Okay. So I was asked what the foggy state is in Dreambody. And to explain that, I'm going to talk to the three levels of awareness as they're defined with the Dreambody paradigm. So this is a map that Arnie Midell created where we have the three levels: consensual reality, that's the reality you and I live in every day. Our dreamland, this is the area of dreams, the area of symptoms, especially symptoms that are not tied to something consensual. We have a body feeling that we can't quite articulate or don't know where, what it's attached to. And then this is the dream time. This is the vague feelings, the intuitions that can be barely verbalized. So I'll go through the slides. So this is the quantum level. If you take it into a science place, this is the energy before it manifests. Then this becomes the virtual level, and this becomes the material level. That's just the way that the world manifests scientifically. So if you look at it more of a spiritual level, this is spirit. And one of the main problems we have with our main paradigm is that we believe that spirit comes out of matter, but in the truth of the reality is that matter comes out of spirit. So matter comes out of spirit, and so matter shows up in the consensual world as a symptom, like a headache or a sharp pain or something. But in the dreamland, it's a feeling. And then as we move further, it's a pre-feeling. So pre-feeling is like the kiss before the kiss. It's that energy. I try to get all my students before we study something to just tune into the field. This is tuning into the field energy before it manifests. So that vague feeling happens between, let's see if we can go, in the subtle realm, this is where the fogginess happens. And what's so important about this fogginess is that there's a psychologist named Eugene Gendlin, and he analyzed over 500 successful therapy sessions, and they wanted to find out what the common factor was amongst all the clients that got better. They found it had nothing to do with the practitioner, but everything to do with the client. And in every single case where there was a transition into a better state of consciousness, awareness, psychological health, the person would go into what they call this foggy state. And so to me, that broke down the barrier between let's go up to the spirit level and the manifestation level. That's where the greatest changes can take place, because it's just where the feelings are forming, where the thoughts are forming, and it's a place where there's actually opportunity to make a complete change. So when we're working with the dreaming, going back into let's go back into this is well, they've got it here, the dreaming. Sorry, moving around so much. When working with the dreaming, we also call this sentience down here, and dropping into sentience. And one of the ways we get into sentience is we temporarily suspend our consensual mind, the one up here. And one of the ways to do that is to kind of literally go foggy. Allow yourself to not be rational, not thinking, and try to get to a place which precedes feelings, precedes thoughts. And that's why I found it really hard to explain to the student, because on some levels, you almost need to be foggy yourself to speak to that. And it's also not it's something we're addicted to clarity. Arnie Mandel says our greatest addiction is to consensual reality, like I'm Dawn and I'm this and I'm that, So to not be that is kind of scary. And that's why the people who could let go of their identities, let go of their attachments and go into that foggy state were very successful. So that explains it for now. And so I'm going to stop recording. And then I'll ask the student who's on the call if she has any other questions. I may start the recording again. I'll pause the recording for now.